So hey, Ryan Michael Galloway here with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com, and I've been talking about fear, and I've been talking about openness. I've been talking about circumventing fear so that you can reach these creative places. I've recently had an experience that just kind of blew up in my face because I wasn't particularly good at charting these kinds of waters because of my own limitations as a person and personality. So I had a situation where somebody approached me that I didn't know. And of course I'm living in a situation here where everybody welcomes everybody into the music field and is doing everything they can to teach each other and help each other. And this person said, well, can you help me get some gigs? And well, it turned out I was going to go away for a week or two. And I had a steady gig, and maybe the person that I was working for would like to sub somebody out. He says, great, man, I'll go in there, I promise I won't steal your gig from you. Well, so this has been a really long-standing gig for me, and it's gone really, really well for months and months and months, and I should be utterly thankful that I made the thousands of dollars off of it that I have. But I got to the point where I was a bit dependent on it, and so I thought, great, I'll let this guy in and get his feet wet, get back in the saddle and start playing again, and then I'll come back and I'll pick up on my gig where I was. Well, etiquette says that if you go into a club to sub for somebody else and that club offers you a gig, you say, no, I'm too busy, I'm sorry, but the guy that brought me in here is going to have to do it, I'm not available. What this guy did, the club did like him, they like us equally, and we both put on good shows, and this guy's certainly talented at making a fun show. And he's got a lot of experience and some following from way back. And so he had a couple of really good nights, and the owner of this particular venue says, or the manager of this particular venue says, as soon as I come back, right after he committed to me having the month locked in, I come back from my little break, and he says, well, I want to change things up. I want you to alternate with this other guy. I go, great. And I want to start now. Great. So, I'm calculating that's 25 grand I've lost, or not 25 grand, $2,500 I've lost at the end of the year. And he said, the manager sent an email to both of us and says, if that's amenable to you guys, if that's okay with you guys. Well, the other guy, instead of saying, no, I'm not available, says, sure, as long as it's okay with Ryan, putting me on the spot to, not being able to be the guy that says, no, it's not okay with me, because if I say I'm not okay with the situation, I'm going to lose the entire gig. So anyway, the lesson I think comes down to this. If you're going to let somebody sub in for you at a club, number one, make sure they're a very established friend and that you know how they operate and they have an understanding with them. Second is to sit down and say, look, if you're offered this gig, refuse it because I need it, and maybe we could work something out in the future where we could alternate or something like that, but to just suddenly have it jerked out from under me, or a portion of it jerked out from under me, is very painful. So anyway, that's just, there I think is a way to watch your own back without becoming incredibly paranoid about it. And certainly we do need to make some space for the new blood to come in. This particular club, I played there a lot. I was probably saturated there. I just wish things had happened with a little bit more warning so I wouldn't be scrambling to make up for those gigs at the last minute and suddenly have, a fairly significant amount of money taken away from me instantaneously. And I suppose I could have been a little bit more assertive, but I think if I was, like I said, I would have lost the gig entirely. So anyway, hey, I would love to hear some of your stories about how maybe somebody stabbed you in the back, or if not, stabbed you in the side, surprised you in a situation like that. And, I'm sure there's some great war stories out there. And so, interesting stuff. But, watch yourself. Be giving, be open, but draw your parameters around those kind of situations pretty tight. I'm Ryan Michael Galloway. We don't need no stinking record company.com.